Hello and welcome back to Helpful Human Design Tips. Today I want to talk about the Ajna, specifically in relation to the Universal Law of Relativity. Okay, so if you saw my last video, then you know that the Law of Relativity is all about perception and perspectives and kind of an awareness for sure, but how we can kind of step out of ourselves and see different points of view on any given situation. In human design, there's a lot of ways to do this, but the one that popped into my head immediately that I want to talk about over the next couple weeks is the Ajna Center. Now, if you're familiar with human design, then you know that the Ajna Center is if you're working from the top down, it's the second one below. So you have your crown center, you have your Ajna Center. Your Ajna Center is your awareness center. There's one of two in your body. You have your Ajna Center, which is your mental awareness, and then your splenic center, which is your physical awareness. So the Ajna Center is picking up and giving you basically your perception of the reality around you, right? So if you have a defined Ajna Center, then you have this very set definition of what is going on around you. You have beliefs that you are very confident in. You have opinions that you feel very strongly about. If it's undefined, then these things are very flexible within you and they can kind of shift around depending on your environment or who you are hanging around with at any given time. One of the things I found most interesting about the Ajna Center is, for me, and I'll dive into this a little bit later when I'm talking about the undefined, but I have an undefined Ajna Center, and it has been a real problem. I don't want to say problem, but it has been an issue with me throughout my life because I do feel like I have had a lot of conditioning around not knowing exactly what I'm talking about. Even sometimes when I am in a large group of people, I am very nervous about people asking my opinion because I don't want to share. I have this fear of not having a very concrete idea or opinion about things. And so I get very tongue-tied, and it's a lot of conditioning that I have, maybe generationally, I don't even know, but it's always been something that I have been very hesitant to share my thoughts and opinions with people, even though I am a claircognizant person. So I kind of just know things. I'm just like, oh yeah, I know that. And I have no reason to know things, but that could be because of my open Ajna, but I don't really know. But anyways, this year during my, it's not my Saturn return, but my solar return calendar or whatever, this year in particular, from my birthday in September until next September, or this coming September, my Ajna is defined and has been defined. And so I have been working with this completely different sense of awareness for the past almost 11 months, and it's given me a completely new outlook on my Ajna Center, and it's given me a lot of respect for my undefined Ajna Center. So all I'm saying is, if you are familiar with human design and you know where your Ajna Center is, I would be very interested to hear what you are. Are you a defined Ajna or an undefined Ajna? What I want you to think about and move forward with this month, or we'll say all of August, is I want you to kind of, when you know what you are, either a defined or undefined Ajna Center, I want you to kind of pay attention to how you see the world around you. Do you always look at encounters or first chance meetings, or when you see the news or something on television, do you have this immediate fixed perspective on what is going on, or is it flexible? And if you do have a fixed perspective of what's going on, do you find that it's difficult to shift that because of your defined Ajna, or do you find that it just kind of rolls in and out of your mind like no big deal? I can shift that next week when I'm around someone else. This has been very interesting for me to roll with personally, because as a normally undefined one, I've always had a very different perspective on almost anything, and I can see anybody's point of view. But this past year almost has been very, very difficult for me to kind of really accept that, oh, I'm looking at this and I'm having a really hard time changing my perspective and looking at your point of view. And it has caused a lot of friction, I guess you could say, in my life. So if you have not ever run your human design chart, then definitely grab your birth time and birthplace and date and go find somewhere and just look at that second center down from the top and see if it is colored in or if it is blank. And then kind of just start to become a little bit more aware, because the law of reality or relativity is all about like how you are looking out on your life and how you can rewrite those stories of your life. So, helpful human design tip for this week, and I'll see you guys later.